Are we seeing a spike? Is there a danger to open up? It certainly seems that that is the agenda of fear by the media, which goes against every scientist I just showed you. Instead of science, do you want to listen to these fools?
The threat from the coronavirus is not over.
Coronavirus cases on the rise.
Surge in cases.
Alarming spikes of COVID-19 cases.
Is the second wave upon us?
The number of new cases is rising faster than ever.
The virus has infected more than 2 million Americans, and U.S. deaths now exceed 115,000.
An alarming increase in new infections.
Cases on the rise in 20 states.
14 states seeing an uptick of more than 25%.
What we're seeing right now is something obviously that's disturbing.
COVID-19 cases have returned to peak levels. Thousands of new infections detected after restrictions were eased.
14 states have seen increases in hospital patients since Memorial Day.
This map showing the latest hotspots.
Scenes like this shortly after Arizona became one of the first states to lift stay-at-home orders.
There are still beds available, but doctors are sounding the alarm.
There will be waves of infection everywhere.
A lot of people are going to get very, very sick. Many people will die.
They've been warned. They're not taking it seriously.
By September, we're going to hit 200,000 people dead.
Approaching the precipice of a disaster.
If we don't act, the future is very grim.
Memorial Day is killing us all. Restaurants, bars, oh my God. Shut down, shut down. Unbelievable. I mean, and if you saw the headlines, it was insane this week. Newsweek, Georgia sees highest single-day rise in coronavirus cases since reopening. Reuters, record spikes in new coronavirus cases. Hospitalizations sweep parts of the U.S. CNN, Florida, Arizona, and Texas report record number of daily COVID-19 cases. Why? Because of Memorial Day weekend? Because Texas and Georgia opened up their restaurants? It couldn't have anything. I mean, why those three states? Because they want you to say don't open, right? Don't open, because if you open, just like Texas and Georgia, we could all die. Really? How about the fact that like millions of people were just marching all over the freaking country? In fact, when you look at the amount of riot rallies going on all over, look at this map. Can we see it behind me? Do we have it? Look at that. That is how many people joined, went shoulder to shoulder to march all over the United States of America. And you're telling me only Texas and Georgia and Florida have an issue? Come on now. We're tired of this. And by the way, what is causing the giant spike in cases? I don't know. Maybe the fact that you're testing more, that there's a giant spike in testing. Let me just show you some quick graphs. Here's the United States of America as a whole. There you go, daily tests for the United States of America. It's spiking, okay? We're spiking the amount of tests that now daily 583,000 people are being tested. The daily positive, however, is going down despite what you might think. Current hospitalization is going down despite what they just told you in their fear-mongering. And daily deaths are going down across America. Let's look specifically at one of the states. We have Texas here, I think. Let's take a look at Texas. Okay, look at the spike in the amount of testing, okay? Look at that. It's up through the roof. Don't even look at the blue line. Look up there, 58,590 per day on that day. But still, daily positives, sure, they're going up a little bit because you are testing like crazy. Current hospitalizations are up a little bit. Daily deaths are essentially down, which is really the most important part of this. Especially when we talk about everything we're just talking about. I don't need, you get the idea. I can show you, all the graphs say the same thing. Testing through the roof, and then there's a slight uptick in the amount of cases. All right, let's look at New York. Someone just said New York's pretty good. Here you go. Here's New York. Daily tests higher than ever, spiking in the daily tests. Daily positives down through the floor. Current hospitalized down through the floor. Daily deaths down. They have finally apparently killed enough of their people in nursing homes that is over, and no matter what they tried to do to have the worst death rate in maybe the world, even that, the virus seems to be making its way. And when we think about, are we suckers here? Are we going to just keep hearing from top neurology scientists, top doctors, studies all over the world saying there's this tiny, tiny group of people that are actually at risk? In fact, most of you, maybe 80%, can't even get this illness this year. If you like that clip, then be sure to check out our live broadcast of The High Wire every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. You can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Twitter. We'll see you there.